It's a fact.
It's a threat.
Okay, well then maybe we should talk to Mr. Reed because he has these bills. So, okay. We already talked about the budget. We talked about when we passed it. Most of you know that we did pass the bill to repeal the Obama health care law. One of the reasons is that there's several courts determining whether or not it's going to be found constitutional, and the implementation is going to be very costly, and if the courts rule it's unconstitutional, we will have spent a lot of money for something the courts have ruled unconstitutional. The other thing that we passed,
How much do you pay for health care?
That's a good question.
Question. Wait till the end.
I will have to ask my husband.
Well, 32,000 people in Florida in government pay $30 a month. There isn't anybody in this room that has health care for $30 a month.
Including myself.
Oh, I bet you have it for a lot less than I have it.
Madam, how come you're not a congresswoman?
Okay,
I can't.
ma'am, I really would like for us to have a nice, honest conversation,
Well, we
but
can't
if you don't
because
believe
you're
anything I
leaving.
say, then there's no really answer to answer your question. And I appreciate that you don't believe anything I say, and that is your prerogative. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you the facts, and you can go home. If you have a computer, I would ask you to please research these facts.
I do, I have a whole list of them.
Thank you.
Just give us cherry pick facts. We're gonna
That's
get through it so
right.
we can ask you questions.
That'll be fine.
You wanna go through
Anybody
it?
can cherry pick.
Well, the bottom line is, we are not,
We didn't come close to you.
all right. Did we not say we would be civil to each other? Did we not?
Most of us did.
Okay. All right. Let's please be civil to each other. I was taught to respect my elders, and I'm trying to.
I am your elder.
Yes, ma'am. So, let's get through these. And the reason I'm going through the appropriations bills and the jobs bills, because those are two very important things that affect each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. And it's not, you know, for anything other than you need to know where these bills are, and then you can make a decision what you think of them. I'm going to give you bill numbers, so it's easy. Write them down, research them. HR 2, again, that's the one that repealed the Obama health care. HR H. Conres 35, directing the clerk to make corrections to changes which failed in the Senate, so that's not there. HR 1217, it repealed the public Prevention of Public Health Fund, tied to the Obama health care law. Again, we don't know if it's going to be ruled constitutional. 1213, again, repealed mandatory funding provided in the PPACA, which is the Obama health care law. HRES 72, directed the committees to inventory and review existing pending proposed regulations and order from agencies, you know, the orders that the agency promulgate of the federal government, particularly with respect to their effect on jobs and economic growth. That was HRES 72. It passed the House on February 11th.
What was that number?
HRES 72. HR 872, reducing the Regulatory Burdens Act. Passed the House March 31st. HR 910, the Energy Tax Prevention Act. Passed the House April 7th. HR 2018, the Clean Water Cooperative Federalism Act. Passed the House July 13th. HJRES 37, a resolution of disapproval regarding FCC's regulation on the internet and broadband industry practices. Passed the House April 8th. There was one that we passed, the Senate did take up, and I know a lot of businesses were concerned about that. That was the 1099 forms that were in the healthcare law. We talked about it the last time, that was HR 4. HR 1249, the America Invents Act, it passed. It's in the Senate, passed June 23rd. Maximizing on our domestic energy production to ensure we have energy And we have policies for the 21st century. HR 1230, restarting American Offshore Leasing Act now, passed May 5th. HR 1229, putting the Gulf of Mexico back to work, passed May 11th. 1231, HR 1231, reversing the Offshore Moratorium Act, passed May 12th. HR 2021, the Jobs and Energy Permitting Act, passed June 22nd, 2011. Now, let me go through the appropriations bills that are currently sitting in the Senate. We have about 13. They all need to pass before September 30th, both chambers. Of course, you know about H-Con Res 34. That was the budget in April 15th. H-Res 22, reducing the amount authorized for salaries and expenses of members, committees, and leadership offices in 2011 and 2012, reduced that by 5%. It passed the House on January 6th. H.R. 2551, Legislative Branch Appropriations Act. Again, we did another reduction of the members' representational allowances by another 6.4%. It passed the House July 22nd. H.R. 2017, Department of Homeland Security Appropriations Act. It passed the House June 2nd. H.R. 2055, Military Construction and Veterans Affairs and Related Agencies Appropriations Act. It passed June 14th, and this is the only one to my knowledge that has been taken up in the Senate. H.R. 2112,
Defense?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Was that a reduction in defense?
Cut spending by $615 million. H.R. 2112, Agriculture, Rural Development, Food and Drug Administration, Related Agencies Appropriations Act. Passed the House June 16th. H.R. 2354, Energy and Water Development and Related Agencies Appropriations Act. Passed the House July 15th.
Is that pumping the stuff into the water?
No, ma'am, this is their whole budget bill for 2012. That's their budget. Those are all budget bills. So, here we are. We are now